If you're over 60 and still masturbating exactly like you did in your 20s, you could be harming your body without knowing it. Let me explain. This isn't about making you feel bad, it's about biology. After 60, your nerves, hormones, and circulation react differently to stimulation. Today, we'll reveal what nobody talks about: how some masturbation habits can secretly reduce sensitivity, harm pelvic nerves, and even affect your sleep and testosterone levels. More importantly, we'll show you how to correct this. Here's the reality. Research from PubMed shows more than 60% of men over 60 still masturbate regularly, and that's perfectly fine when done right. But most men were never taught how to adjust their technique as they age. Nobody warned them that grip strength, posture, or even speed could train their bodies for dysfunction rather than pleasure. So they keep doing the same thing, same chair, same position, same pressure until numbness, pain, or poor response sets in. Today, we change that. We'll cover 5 common mistakes that quietly hurt older men, what science says about safe stimulation, and how to turn this private habit into one that boosts your health and energy. Let's start with the first mistake: sitting too long in the wrong position. Many older men masturbate while slouched over on a hard surface for 10, 20, even 30 minutes. This puts pressure on the pudendal nerve, the key nerve for genital sensation and function. Over time, this can cause tingling, numbness, chronic pelvic pain, or even erectile issues. Think of it this way: if you sat on your foot for 30 minutes, it would go numb. Now, imagine that happening to the nerve controlling blood flow and feeling in your pelvic area. To avoid this, switch up your posture. Skip upright or hunched positions. Instead, try leaning back on a soft surface or lying on your side or back. With proper support, your pudendal nerve needs care, just like your spine does. Mistake number 2: not using lubrication. As we age, the skin on the penis becomes thinner, more fragile, and more prone to tiny tears. Many men continue stimulating dry, using nothing to reduce friction. And over time, that causes microtrauma, irritation, redness, even loss of sensitivity. What's worse, some men confuse this damage with aging when it's actually preventable. So, use a water-based or silicone-based lubricant. Avoid heavily scented or colored products. Go simple. Even pharmacy brands like KY or Estroglide work well. Lubrication is not a luxury at your age, it's protection. Mistake number 3: repeating the exact same technique for decades. This one's common and often unnoticed. When you use the same hand pressure, rhythm, and speed for years, your nervous system adapts. Your brain starts linking arousal and climax to one very narrow set of conditions. That's called stimulation dependency, and it can lead to serious issues: trouble climaxing with a partner, lack of response to real-life touch, reduced satisfaction and sensitivity. To reverse this, change your technique. Switch hands. Vary your grip. Try different speeds. Pause in between. Breathe. Engage more muscles. Think of it like musical training. Don't just play one note. Train your brain for flexibility, not rigidity. Mistake number 4: masturbating with no awareness of energy patterns. Some men feel relaxed and sleepy after climax. Others feel foggy, tense, or even more irritable. But few actually pay attention to the difference or adjust accordingly. This matters because, as we age, our neurotransmitters change. If you climax too frequently without adequate rest or nutrition, you may notice lower motivation, brain fog, mood swings, even insomnia. A 2020 study in neurobiology journals showed that older men who climaxed without proper recovery had greater drops in dopamine, which directly impacts energy and drive. So, what should you do? Start monitoring. Notice how you feel afterward, not just physically but mentally and emotionally. If you feel energized and calm, great. If not, reduce the frequency or adjust your stimulation style. There's no perfect number. Harvard's well-known guideline of 21 times per month is based on prostate cancer reduction, not quality of life. What matters is how your body responds. Mistake number 5: using masturbation as escape, not self-awareness. Let's be honest, many men turn to masturbation out of boredom, stress, or loneliness. And while that's understandable, it often becomes a form of avoidance rather than connection. When masturbation is rushed, mechanical, or done with guilt, it loses its benefits and becomes disconnected from awareness. So instead, make it intentional. Use each session as a quiet moment to check in with your body. Observe any changes in erection strength, unusual pain, tension, or lumps, changes in ejaculation, volume, or delay, emotional state. Do you feel present or just escaping? This simple practice can help detect early signs of hormone imbalance, circulation issues, or even prostate concerns. It's not just about release, it's about awareness. And that awareness could give you years of healthier intimacy ahead. Now that we've addressed the most common mistakes, let's talk about the other side of the coin, the benefits of mindful masturbation. When done right, for decades masturbation was wrapped in shame and secrecy. But the science now tells a different story, especially for older men. Let's start with prostate health. In 2016, Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health published one of the largest studies ever on male sexual behavior. Over 30,000 men were followed for 18 years. The finding: men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer than those who ejaculated less than 7 times. Why? Because ejaculation flushes out inflammatory agents and waste materials that can build up in the prostate. It's like running clean water through an old pipe. It helps prevent clogging and damage. Ejaculation also encourages circulation in the pelvic region, reducing the risk of stagnation and cellular stress in the prostate gland. And that's just one part of the story. Let's talk about hormone regulation. Every time you climax, your body undergoes a series of hormonal shifts. Cortisol drops, your main stress hormone. Dopamine releases pleasure and motivation. Chemical oxytocin is released, the bonding hormone. Prolactin increases signaling your body to rest, and testosterone may briefly surge in some men. This hormonal cocktail has real effects. Lower cortisol means better blood pressure, less fatigue, and less belly fat. Higher oxytocin improves sleep, emotional resilience, and even immune function. The Mayo Clinic has reported that orgasm boosts immunoglobulin A, one of the body's key immune defenses. And according to research from the Netherlands Institute for Neuroscience, climax significantly elevates serotonin levels, which improves mood stability and sleep. So yes, done mindfully, masturbation can reduce inflammation, enhance immune defense, improve sleep quality, support hormonal balance, and boost circulation to the penis and prostate. Now, let's talk about something less discussed but just as critical: pelvic floor strength. During orgasm, your pelvic floor muscles contract rhythmically. These muscles form the foundation of your sexual and urinary function. Strong pelvic muscles improve erection rigidity, help with bladder control, and prevent ejaculatory delay or weakness. But here's the catch. If you're not reaching full climax or only using shallow stimulation, these muscles may atrophy over time. Think of mindful masturbation as a loom-packed pelvic workout. No gym required. It engages the same muscle groups involved in prostate support, bladder control, and erectile function. Now, what about sleep? You've probably felt it, that heavy-eyed that hits after climax. That's not your imagination, that's biology. When you orgasm, your brain releases prolactin, a hormone that signals your body it's time to rest. Combine that with reduced cortisol and elevated oxytocin, and you get the perfect neurochemical environment for deep restorative sleep. Several studies in older adults have shown that orgasm can reduce sleep latency, meaning you fall asleep faster and increase time spent in deep sleep stages. At a time when sleep problems are increasingly common, this natural pathway to better rest matters. Let's take a step back. The benefits of mindful, age-adapted masturbation are real, but there's one uncomfortable truth we need to face. Very few men are doing it right. And not because they're doing anything wrong, but because they were never taught how to adapt. What worked at 25 simply doesn't work the same at 65. So, how do we adapt? How do we upgrade this quiet habit into a real health practice? Let's walk through 5 essential adjustments every man over 60 should consider. Number 1. Change your position. Protect your pudendal nerve. Avoid sitting on hard chairs or leaning forward. Try reclining, lying on your side, or using soft cushioning under your hips. If you wouldn't sit like that for 30 minutes reading a book, don't do it during self-stimulation. Number 2. Use lubricant every time. As skin thins with age, friction becomes more damaging. Lubrication reduces mechanical stress, prevents irritation, and helps preserve long-term sensitivity. Even if you've never used it before, now is the time to start. Number 3. Vary your technique. Stimulate different areas. Switch hands, change your rhythm. Challenge your brain to respond to more than one type of input. This keeps your nervous system responsive and your experience more satisfying. Number 4. Track your energy. How do you feel afterward? Energized, relaxed, tired, foggy? Let that guide your frequency and style. There is no one-size-fits-all rule, but your body always tells the truth. Listen. Number 5. Turn each session into a mini health check. Check for lumps or tension in the testicles, discoloration or inflammation in the penis, pain during climax, delayed ejaculation, changes in ejaculate volume or force. These aren't just random sensations. They're clues and sometimes early warnings now. Let's answer a few common questions that older men often ask but rarely say out loud. Question 1. I have diabetes and high blood pressure. Is masturbation still safe? Yes, but pace and recovery matter more. High blood sugar and vascular stiffness can affect blood flow and nerve sensitivity. Avoid aggressive techniques. Focus on gentler, slower stimulation and monitor how your heart responds. Question 2. I climax, but nothing comes out. Is that normal? Dry orgasm can be normal with age, medications, or prior surgeries like prostate procedures, but if it's sudden or accompanied by discomfort, speak to your urologist. Hormonal testing may be needed: testosterone, estradiol, DHT, prolactin, and PSA. Question 3. Shouldn't I just focus on partnered sex instead? Both matter. Masturbation is not a replacement for intimacy, but it's also not something to be ashamed of when done mindfully. It's not an escape. It's a connection, a check-in, a release, a reflection. If you're over 60 and still enjoying self-pleasure, that's great. But now it's time to do it smarter. Protect your nerves. Care for your prostate. Pay attention to what your body tells you. Make this practice work for you, not against you. And if nobody's ever said this to you before, hear it now. There's nothing wrong with you. You're simply adjusting. With the right approach, this private time can actually boost your health, self-awareness, and vitality.